Hey, what's up? We're back, and we're going to call it Glick's Picks. Enough of my dumb looking face. Let's talk about charts and where we're buying stocks and where we're selling them, and what happens when we don't make money on a trade. So, you're looking at Roblox. You know, I don't like buying stocks that are gapped up. So, what I do is I wait for some sort of consolidation under VWAP, and if it breaks over the consolidation, that's when I buy. So let me show you what we did today on Roblox. RBLX. Look at this morning, right? I wish I could tell you I was in it from 36.49, but I wasn't. I didn't want to buy it at 37 because I hate this stock. Don't want to buy it at 38 because I didn't want to buy it at 36. I ain't buying it here at 39 because I didn't want to buy it at 36. Hell no, am I buying it at 40? Not at 41. Of course not at 42. Why the hell would I do that? I was asking myself the same question. Too bad I didn't buy it over here, right? But fast forward to the opening session. Hey, let's keep an eye on that Roblox. It seems to be in play. So the first thing you could say to yourself is, oh, you know what? Maybe I short it when it finally breaks under VWAP. That's one suggestion. Guess what? I wasn't watching it when it broke the VWAP, so I missed it. But what it did do on that sell-off is it formed a new range. And you see this price right here? 4107. You see where it held 4107? Sorry, not 4107. I apologize. 4042. The low of this print right there, that's 4042. That's significant because that's the pivot where it had that last leg up. So that was going to be one of my stops. All right? So now that I'm watching Roblox, do I buy it here? No, I ain't that good. Do I buy it here? Nope, not that good. Do I buy it here? Nope. Oh my God, it's about to break VWAP. If it breaks VWAP, I'm buying it. And if it breaks back over the breakdown price, which is this candle right there, you see this candle? That where it pivoted and then it broke it and then went down? Let me stretch it out to make it look really, really nice for you. This candle right there, you see the low print? 4136, that's my real significant spot. 4136, let's mark that one off. But before that, I want to show you this. This is your 932 candle. Kind of where the market tried to sell off but didn't. That's significant for me too. So now I've got 4 or 5 different significant areas. Then I wait and I wait and I say to myself, ooh, good thing I didn't buy it here because it's starting to go back down. But then I say to myself, wait a second. If it doesn't break down under new lows and then starts to go back up, that forms what we like to call the VWAP ass crack break. So look at this point right there. You see where it broke VWAP but it didn't go anywhere? I mark off the high water mark that it hit, which was 41.27. And then it starts going down. Am I buying it here? Nope. 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 At this candle, I'm thinking it's going to retest the lows and possibly roll over. Why would I buy it? But then, as I'm watching, 10 o'clock, and then at 10:02, it does break the VWAP and starts to go back over the 41.27. I'm buying right there, 41.27. You know what I'm using as my stop? You guessed it, the bottom of this candle and the levels I identified earlier at 40.51 and 40.42, clearly defining my trade. So if I'm buying 1,000 shares at 41.27, I'm putting 300 stop here, 300 stop here, and I'll only have 400 shares left after that, and I put 400 there because I'm sure as hell not letting it break down under that low point right there from the pre-market session. So now that we've got our entry and we've got our danger zones in case the trade doesn't work, let's start thinking positively now. Where could the stock go? Well, now that we got the dip, maybe it retraces back to the highs of the day. And that's my first target. So I'm in 1,000 shares of Roblox here. So what do you think I'm doing? 41.27. What happens? It goes to 41.96. Look at that price right there. You think I'm not selling it as it approaches the whole number? Of course I am. So as it gets to the 42, I'm about to sell, and then it starts to go down. I immediately sell some because I'm thinking, hey, this might be all she gives us to 42. I don't mind buying 1,000 shares of something at 41.27 and then selling it at all 42. That's more than most people make through an entire course of their day. Maybe twice as much, maybe 3 times as much. Here I am doing it in 3 minutes. Why wouldn't I not sell it? That's close to $700 I'm up right here. Woohoo! But we don't sell it all at one price, do we? No. Because if we sell some here, what if it goes to 43, 44, 45, 47, 100? So we sell some. And what do we sell some? We sell 400 shares. And you know what we do? Now we have 600 shares left. And you know what we say to ourselves? We say, self, why don't we just put a stop at our cost average on the other? Sorry, correction, I sold 600 shares. I don't know what I just said. I sold 600 shares at 41.83 right here in this candle as it was coming down, because I wish I had sold it at 98. And then it starts to go down. I'm selling into this move right there. 41.85, 84 and 83. And I'm like, all right, cool. That was nice. I hope it doesn't keep going down, but if it does, I'm going to sell the rest at break even and at least lock into something. And look at my stop at break even. 41.27. Look where it went. 41.33, 41.32. So I never got stopped out. And then it goes back to 42. This time I'm not going to be tardy. I throw my order out there. I sell it at 42. So now I only got 400 shares left. I sell 200 shares at 42. Now I raise my stop. Now I'm going to raise my stop to the big fat half number at 42.50. And look what the VWAP's going. The VWAP's trailing higher and higher and higher. And then finally we got to where I thought we could go, which is a retest of the highs. And in this chop right here, I sold my last 200 shares. That is what we call a day's pay. So 1,000 shares on a VWAP ass crack break, selling into the move, almost getting stopped out of the rest, selling more on the next move up, not getting stopped out because we raised our stop to the half. And then we got to our ultimate goal, which I was very content with at 42.65, where I sold the other 200 shares. And yeah, the stock went up a little bit more after we got out. And here's what you could have done, kids. If you missed this beautiful setup, why not buy it when it comes back to test the VWAP and holds it? Because that's giving you a new definition of a trade. You could have bought it here at 42, and obviously the stock tacked on another $1.66. But I'm no longer in the name. So that trade was a whopping grand total of close to about $500, $600. And it took us a whole matter of 48 minutes to do that trade. Let's fast forward to what we other did. The only other trade I did today was Bank of America. Yes, Bank of America. I don't like buying gapped up stocks. Who does? It's Bank of America. I'm looking to short it. Give me a reason to short it. Oh, I missed it. I would have shorted it there because it's a VWAP break and then a range break. I didn't get the short off. And good thing I didn't. Because I would have had been forced to cover because look what it formed. Another ass crack VWAP break. So luckily I never even got short. So then what did I do here? I bought it because it's breaking VWAP and it's breaking back over the half number. So I bought 400 shares. Whoop! Stock pops from 32.50 to almost 33. I'm selling 200 here. The stock rips again. I sold 200 there. You could have your stock back. And that was my trade. So I wish I would have bought a couple of thousand. Didn't, but made some money here. VWAP break on an earnings report, selling into the move. And then look what we did. Now again, I wasn't savvy enough to get the short off right here. But because I missed the short and the stock starts to consolidate under the VWAP, lo and behold, it breaks back over the VWAP. These people who just got short are in trouble. So if they're going to be in trouble, I'm going to help them make their decision to cover their short by buying the stock. So I bought 1,000 shares at $33.22. And then what happened? It went right to $32.47. I'm not going to hesitate this time. I love a half number. I start selling right here, 500 shares at $32.43 on the way down. And then it tests VWAP. I was going to sell the rest, but it never broke. And then it starts rallying and got back to where it came from. And we sold right here at $33.80 as it retested the highs of the day. Sold here, sold here, sold here, and sold the rest on the way back down. And then What do you think happened at 33.50? We got stopped out of the last couple of hundred shares that we had, because where you sell on the way up becomes stops on the way back down. And there you go. Roblox for the win. Bank of America for the win. But wait a second. You missed the first one, the second one, and the third one. Why not take advantage of the fourth one on the same stock? Here it is consolidating between prior low and the VWAP. Oh my God, is it breaking VWAP again? Good, buy it. 33.31, and your stop's the low of these candles. 33.20. 12, and you're risking 20 cents. And look what happened. It broke back over the VWAP, and oh, it went back down. Oh, it's going back up. Oh, and it went back down. Oh, it went back up, and it went back down. You know what? None of this was a reason to sell it, because it never tested the lows where your stops are. And then, fast forward to the move up, gets back to those highs. You could have had a profitable trade again. Same name, 3 or 4 times a day. This is how we do it. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow when there'll be more earnings reports coming along. And by the way, if you'd like a recap of what happened on Thursday and why it was the greatest day of the year, it's because we come in liquid. I have 0 positions on right now. I will have 0 positions on tomorrow morning. So if I wake up and the market's crashing, I look for one thing. VWAP breaks. So here's the CPI data. Did anybody know the market was going to react so awfully to the CPI data? I'm glad you thought you knew what you were doing, but I didn't. So I didn't have a position on. And then the market tanked. And then it tried to rally. These rally points are significant because these are failed rallies. Failed rally high prints become ass cracks. Ass crack VWAP breaks become good trades. So look at this trade. So did I have to know if the market was going to go up? No. Did I have to trade the CPI data? Absolutely not. All I do as a liquid trader is I trade VWAP breaks. All I do is trade VWAP breaks. So if the Qs have already fallen 8 points and then they are breaking VWAP, I'm a buyer. That's it. I'm sorry this isn't as confusing as you thought it might be. There is no speculation. We do not speculate, we react. We don't speculate, we react. We don't speculate, we react. Did I know the market was going to rally like it did yesterday, Thursday, I mean? Absolutely not. But I did have a blue line and an orange line telling me where the market could go to. So as the market consolidated under the VWAP, right? Wait, hang on. Let me get it there for you. I don't know why it does this, friends. I don't know why it does it. There it is. You can't ask. If I could pay you to control the market, this is the setup that I would like you to do for me. I will give you as much money as you need to control the market. So in this moment, here's the Kardashian bottom. The failed attempt to rally is the top of this candle. 256.20. There's your ass crack. There's your second ass crack. So you had to wait 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 4, 5 minutes, 6 potato, 7 potato more. 8 minute, 9 minute, 10 minute, 12, 13, 14, 15. 16, 17 minutes into the day, you're breaking the 242, 256.20, and you're breaking the VWAP simultaneously. Buy it. That's it. Buy it. And then put your stops at the lows of the day. Congratulations, you just learned how to trade. So if you know where your entry is, and you know where your danger zone is on the downside, and you also know that you have a good probability of a stock retracing back to prior day VWAP, I was buying 256.20 using $1 as my risk, and my reward was possibly 4 points higher. And then if you take a look at where the market was before the CPI data, that was our second goal. And if we went through there, our third goal was the spike high. And if we broke through there, we were looking for prior highs from where the market came from. And if you go back and you see where we were, you would have known that 271 was significant. But I'm not going to bullshit you. Most of this trade was over for me right here because I am not going to not sell when I go from a 1 minute to a multi-day. And look, that's a 4-point trade risking $1. So now fast forward to every trade that we did on Thursday. Here's AMAT. So AMAT pre-announced bad earnings, and look what it did. It's the same trade. It's gapped down big because they pre-announced bad earnings and the CPI data. But wait, if it's so bad, why is it breaking VWAP? I don't know. Buy it. Bought it at 71.82. Went to the orange line at 75.50. Wait a second. If AMAT's rallying, maybe I should look at AMD. What did AMD do at the same exact time? I don't know. It was gapped down and then it broke VWAP. Buy it! At 55 and change, and it went to 57. And then you had Taiwan Semiconductor. But wait a minute, didn't they pre-announce bad earnings? Weren't they being indicted by the United Federal Government? Weren't the chips not being allowed to be used anymore? I don't know if that's all true, but it's breaking VWAP. Buy it! At $63, and the stock went to 70. So when I say there's no way you couldn't have made money as a trader on Thursday buying stocks, I didn't have to own stocks Wednesday night. I didn't have to buy the dip. I bought the stocks when they broke VWAP, because when stocks break VWAP, especially after being slammed down, they tend to go up. So I traded the Qs, and I traded the AMAT, and we traded the Taiwan Semiconductor, and we traded the AMD, and look what Goldman Sachs did. Oh my God. Kenny, is it a coincidence that all these trades look exactly the same? No, it's not a coincidence. The entire market's rigged to VWAP. So if you have a stock that's underneath the VWAP and it breaks the VWAP and breaks the 930 high, 9 times out of 10, the stocks will then trend higher, more or less for the rest of the day. And that's how you make money trading. You don't own things, you don't swing trade, you don't gamble, you react to what the market is actually doing at the time of it actually doing what it is actually doing. It's not very hard. There is no speculation. You're buying the stock because it is going up. Not that you think it's going up. It is going up. Not because you think it's going up. It is going up. There's the difference. Welcome to reality.